Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Earlier on this week, we saw the massive news come out that Call of Duty 2023 is not happening in 2023. It's being delayed into some point in 2024. And in its place, we are going to see basically an extended year of support for Modern Warfare 2022, which is in and of itself awesome news. But also we got the completely surprise announcement that there's going to be a brand new free-to-play Call of Duty title debuting in 2023. And today we're talking about what that free-to-play title might be, because there's a lot on the table here. We do have some official information and also some pretty credible insider sources as well. As we break it all down, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. Would be seriously appreciated. Really does help grow the channel. And of course, if you're new here or if you have not already subscribed, every single day I got you covered with all things going on in COD. News, updates, loadouts, tips, you're going to find it right here. So feel free to sub with your notifications turned on. Now let's talk a bit about what this free-to-play title could potentially be before we break down some of the insider information from people like Tom Henderson and Ralph's Valve, who are pretty credible when it comes to that kind of long-term leaked information and rumored information. Now, this news, as we talked about earlier on this week, was broken by Jason Schreier from Bloomberg. And in his initial series of tweets talking about this, he goes, for the first time in 2 decades, COD's going to skip a year on its yearly releases. 2023's game is being delayed to 2024. A new premium game from Call of Duty has come out every year since 2005, which is honestly pretty crazy. But what he says next is incredibly important to this greater conversation. Next year's offerings will include a new free-to-play game as well as content for Warzone 2 and 2022's Modern Warfare. So essentially what this is confirming is that this free-to-play title is not Warzone 2. That is a big thing to check off the list, right? Because when that happened, a lot of players are going, oh, they just talked about Warzone 2 being announced alongside MW 2022. That's got to be the new free-to-play title. This is directly confirming that that is in addition to COD 2022 this fall, Warzone 2 whenever that drops, either this fall or maybe early spring next year, and then whatever this free-to-play title is, that'll all be dropping within the next 2 years span. So yeah, let's cross Warzone 2 off that list of potential games for this new free-to-play title. Now, it's also important to note that in that article, Bloomberg actually mentions, or Jason actually mentions, that Treyarch is going to be helping on this free-to-play title in 2023. Keyword helping, not necessarily leading the development, because obviously that's going to be for the 2024 title now, supposedly that whole Black Ops reboot. But it's important to note that they are helping. We're going to table that and circle back around to that later on into the discussion. So what are our realistic options for what this could potentially be? Well, free-to-play titles that we could assume would land in the Call of Duty universe, an official Warzone mobile game. Now, we've heard different rumors about this previously. We know that Activision has a set studio working on a new mobile game that is separate from Call of Duty Mobile, so that's definitely an option. However, Treyarch helping with that to me would seem a bit weird, considering Treyarch doesn't really dabble in the mobile games. They're much more geared towards the premium titles, zombies, competitive, that kind of stuff. So that to me would be a bit of a surprise, and especially a mobile game in and of itself trying to basically take up the role of what would be a premium title. I'm not really leaning towards that, in all honesty. So what else could potentially we be seeing? It could very well be the DMZ mode, the rumored DMZ mode for Modern Warfare, which is like that Escape from Tarkov-esque mode that is basically a new environment, a new play space that we'll experience in Modern Warfare. Now, another sort of asterisk here is that it's supposed to be a third mode included in Modern Warfare. So if that were to be this new free-to-play title, they'd essentially be removing it from MW 2022 and making it its own separate thing. Not necessarily impossible, but I do feel like that's also a bit of a stretch. However, Charlie Intel did hear that that's potentially what this could be. I know he sort of alluded to that on Twitter a couple of days back when this news broke, but by no means is that a confirmation. That's just, word of mouth, some rumors floating around. But the DMZ mode is potentially an option there. Another potential option is the sandbox mode that we were told about when myself and a handful of other creators and streamers got to meet with some of the Raven and Infinity Ward developers. They revealed to us first that we are going to be getting a full-on sandbox mode with Warzone 2 and with Modern Warfare 2022, or the new COD 2022 title, which has never before been done in Call of Duty. And having that as its own thing, again, I feel like would be kind of weird as its own separate title, but in theory, it is possible. Then the final option here would be a standalone free-to-play zombies title. So looking over those options, potentially the DMZ mode, potentially a sandbox mode, potentially zombies, I guess possibly Warzone mobile, but unlikely. And personally, I don't feel like it'd ever be a new battle royale or an alternative battle royale, because then they'd just be competing with themselves, and that would not be a good look. Warzone is the COD battle royale, and that is here to stay. Obviously, with Warzone 2 coming up, there's no changing that. However, what we can go ahead and do is look at some of the tweets from Ralph and from Tom, two very credible insiders. And Tom, a while back almost a year ago, actually, when I'm recording this, it's a year and 1 day, he said in February of 2021, there's a separate COD Zombies project in early development that is not currently connected to any title. And he quote tweeted this earlier on this week saying, could this be that free-to-play title releasing next year? He doesn't know, for sure at least. He hasn't heard about this project in quite some time, but you got to consider Treyarch is helping on this. Although I will say, if there's a free-to-play zombies title, I'd expect Treyarch to be leading, because they are kind of the rulers of zombies, if you will, in the COD scene. But that is definitely a possibility. We're not going to have zombies likely in MW 2022. We wouldn't have a new zombies experience until 2024 with the new Black Ops game. And let's face it, Vanguard zombies just ain't it. So there's definitely a lull there, and that could certainly fill the space. That is definitely an option for sure. Ralph also ended up tweeting though, saying 2023 and then a zombies emoji. But then he followed that up by saying, this is not in relation to the rumored free-to-play standalone title. The hint towards that would basically be building, he said. He included a gif of Minecraft building in that tweet. However, this also has me a bit confused. When I first saw this, my initial thoughts were this could potentially be referencing that sandbox mode, which again, just like the DMZ mode, would be weird because it's supposed to be included with Modern Warfare, and removing it from the game and making it its own separate thing would be a large leap and something that COD really hasn't done before. But I guess also not releasing a yearly COD is something COD hasn't done in quite some time, so who knows with that. But that was my initial impression. Other people, I know Prestigious Key, my buddy Ryan, he's also talked about how this could potentially be teasing some sort of building aspect, which would be interesting in and of itself. Now, in a sandbox mode, I'd expect you to be able to build and create your own custom things here and there, but having free reign essentially to go into Call of Duty and build things as you please would definitely be something they have not done before, and a very new title to the Call of Duty franchise. Something that doesn't really necessarily fit with what we have, I would say. Like, you think of Fortnite, you think of Minecraft when it comes to building in that more open space sandbox kind of world. It's just a really confusing situation, and obviously we're gonna have to wait to get some official information on this. I'd expect maybe late 2022, maybe around like the Q3 investors call, perhaps maybe early 2023 with the Q4 investors call. That'd be my time sort of frame guessing as to when we could officially hear stuff about this. But really, I feel like the main options we have here are a standalone zombies game, which would be free to play obviously, and I assume Treyarch would have a very big role in that, or some kind of sandbox-esque, open world-esque Call of Duty title instead. I don't think by any means we're going to see a new battle royale. That's just not something that is a good business decision when you have a very strong battle royale community already. Splitting that in half just does not make sense. I don't think it's going to be the DMZ mode, because I think that's more so supposed to be tied to Warzone and Modern Warfare. We're going to have to see though. Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments below. That is all the information, both official and unofficial, that we have on this new free-to-play title at the moment. That's going to wrap things up for today. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new here or if you have not already subscribed, every day I got you covered with everything going on in COD. So if you want to stay up to date, feel free to hit that sub button, click that bell icon. That way you'll always know whenever I post a new video. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code WhosImmortal for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, and Control Freak products, and the links for all those can be found down in the description below. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.